A viewer recently asked, so the rapture and the second coming are at the end? Okay, God comes down for the ones, and he did not touch ground, then turns around and takes the people to go with him? Good question. I don't believe there is a turnaround. I think he does touch the ground immediately after we meet him on his way back to earth. We and the resurrected saints join up with him in the air, and from that point on, we shall always be with the Lord. It says in 1 Thessalonians 4:17, then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. Thus we shall always be with the Lord. Nothing in this passage about turning around or taking anyone to heaven. We know his physical return will be at the Mount of Olives, just outside of Jerusalem, just as the angels foretold the apostles in Acts chapter 1, verses 9 through 11. Zechariah 14:4 also references the return of the Messiah to be on the Mount of Olivet. I believe the whole reason the kings of the earth and their armies come together in a foolish attempt to defeat the invader, Jesus, is because he has already returned to earth. If you look at Revelation chapter 19, read the whole thing through, you'll see Jesus has returned, and then he destroys those gathered together with Satan. Verse 19 states, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him who sat on the horse and against his army. So they must know about or possibly have seen his return to earth. After all, it is to be clearly visible to the whole world, according to Matthew 24:30, which says, then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven. Then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Similarly, in Revelation chapter 1, verse 7, we read, behold, he is coming with clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierced him, and all the tribes of the earth will mourn because of him. Even so, amen. Revelation 19:19 makes sense if Jesus and his army are already at Jerusalem. Revelation 16:16 tells us where the armies of the world will be. It says, and they gathered them together in the place called in Hebrew Armageddon, which is approximately 60 miles north of Jerusalem. I believe this is where Jesus will return when the seventh and last trumpet is sounded. Again, John tells us, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him who sat on the horse and against his army. The outcome of this short battle is revealed in Revelation chapter 19, verse 21, which says, and the rest were killed with the sword which proceeded from the mouth of him who sat on the horse, and all the birds were filled with their flesh. If you'd like to learn more about the rapture and the return of Jesus, I'd encourage you to check out some of the other videos on this channel. Maranatha.